Hello, welcome to this video. This is the first one I'm doing in English, so I hope you enjoy it and I hope it's useful for you. So, today we will discuss the differences between .NET, .NET Core, and .NET Framework, which is a very common .NET interview question. So, let's get to it. So, first of all, what is .NET? .NET is a framework. As such, it will allow you to work with different technologies. So, for the sake of argument, we will use an analogy that we can tell that .NET becomes like sort of a planet where many technologies can coexist. For example, there's C Sharp, F Sharp, Visual Basic, MAUI, which is a newer technology that a few of you may not be familiar with. That's for sharing a same backend between you can make your backend and then have a desktop application, a web application, and a mobile application using the same backend and same logic. So that's what MAUI does on general terms. There's a good amount of other technologies that are available. For example, ML.NET, which is for machine learning, and well, as many as you can think of. So all of these technologies coexist together in .NET as a framework. Not necessarily .NET Framework, but also .NET Core and .NET. We will see about that. So first, Visual Studio. This is the key, the star tool of Microsoft for working with .NET. This one is like the heavy version with full potential of libraries, packages that you can add to it through a very user-friendly graphic user interface. There is another tool called Visual Studio Code. For those of you who are not familiar with it, it's a lighter version. It's a text editor as well. And that will allow you to do much of what you can do on Visual Studio, but mostly using command line. It also has its plugins, which will allow you to perform other tasks, and it's really complete. It's very recommendable. Either are very good tools to work with .NET. With that being said, let's go and talk about .NET Framework. .NET Framework is like the oldest version, you will tell later. It was released first on January 15th, 2002. The last version for that was released on August 9th, 2022. And you can tell there's a whole list of versions. You will see it goes from 1.0, and 1.0 has the old updating system, methodology from Microsoft, which is with service packs. It has Service Pack 1, Service Pack 2, Service Pack 3. And well, there it goes until we get to, for example, 4.0, 4.5, and all the way until 4.8.1. So that's .NET Framework. Let's jump to .NET Core or .NET. So it was first released on June 27th, 2016, and the last version, number 8, was released last November 14th, as you can tell. That's 3 months ago. The versions you can see, there are 1.1, 1, 2, 3, there's 5, 6, 7, 8, and a bunch of others. But if you're attentive enough, if you have been paying attention, you will notice that there is no .NET Core 4 or .NET 4. So what happened there? What about .NET 4? Well, you see, there is .NET Framework 4.0, 4.1, and all the way until 4.8.1. And there is .NET Core 3, 3.5, and then it jumps to 5. Why? So at some point they decided that having .NET Core 4 would create a lot of confusion among users, among developers, and well, especially among consumers. You know how it is. Then at some point they decided, okay, we will jump ahead, and instead of having .NET Core 4, we will go straight to number 5 and we will remove the core word. So we only have one version from now on, and it's called .NET. So from starting on version 5 inclusive and forward, it will only be called .NET. Only that. Now, when should you use either .NET Framework and .NET Core or .NET? Well, Microsoft has its recommendations. So when to use .NET? If you require a multi-platform project, if it needs to be ready for developing microservices, if it needs to have the ability to create Docker containers or to be put into Docker containers, if you want scalability on your project, if you want it to be with a high performance, and if you need it to be compatible with other versions, previous versions, of course, .NET is your guy. So when to use .NET Framework, and this is actually almost verbatim from the Microsoft website explaining this topic. You can use .NET Framework for legacy projects, which are of course made with .NET Framework. For libraries not compatible with .NET, talking about newer versions, they are called only .NET. For technologies not compatible with .NET and platforms not compatible with .NET. So pretty much the recommendation is, if it's made with .NET Framework and you need it to stay that way, okay, go ahead and use .NET Framework. Otherwise, in any other kind of situation, go ahead and migrate to .NET. That's the recommendation coming straight from Microsoft. So that's the explanation, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can like and subscribe. We will try to be uploading as much material about this as we can. And have a nice day. Bye.